Friends, it's your boy BigTCGFan coming at you with another video, and today we are going to do episode 3 of our BigTCGFan art series. And today we're going to the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the person that I've chosen to draw is Ishtar. Now, the reason I picked her is I just thought she was quite lovely. So I'm going to speed the camera up so that you can just see me drawing. I've chosen to draw her in profile. And one of the things I do like about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is this very angular art style. You'll note a lot of straight lines that we're able to actually pull away from. So I start off with her eyes, and then I'm going to go right to her face. And as I go, obviously, I will make changes, little tweaks here and there as I want to make it perfect. So we're drawing her face. There's her neck. And it's cool with her. She has this lovely scarf that she wears over her head with an ornate headpiece on her forehead. So we're going to draw that in, and then we're going to draw a flowing long scarf or shawl that she has over her head. So it's really cool. So we're getting the shape of her head down right. And it's a fun character. There's no actual card that represents her, but she is in the artwork of several cards, and she's a character in the anime. And so that's where they pull her from. That's where a lot of the characters are pulled from, obviously, because the game is based off of it. And they actually use in the anime, the fight. So it's real fun. So yeah, we're putting her in. We're slowly getting some detail here. I'm just trying to make it look as good as I can. As there's a lot of detail here with her. And I'm actually going to be, not putting as much detail as I could. But so you can see we get the back of her behind her where the scarf comes across, and then over in the front, and we're slowly putting in little detail. This is her hair. We're adding some hair for her. So you don't really see that very much hair with her. And there's the shoulder blade, the front of the shoulders there. And so we're putting in the detail on her, adding a little more of this and that here as we go, trying to add it just to make it just right. So what I'm putting in now is her hand. I'm going to have one of her hands up, kind of like in a half hold pose. So she's holding one arm up, and then we're going to put her little bracers on there. And so the game itself is a fascinating game that's been around for a very long time. And up until recently, I've never even so much as looked at it until I actually made this channel. And I found it to be a really cool game, and I'm looking forward to getting into it a lot more. I have some upcoming videos where we open some Yu-Gi-Oh! Product, and we're going to hopefully get a playthrough with 2 very scrubby decks. Because some games do better with opening a booster box and playing than others. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of those ones where they spread out cards that they release, reprints and stuff for the different themes in each booster box. You're going to see some booster boxes with more stuff on it than others. And right now we're adding a little more detail on the front of her robe. She's wearing a loose-fitting blouse with a metal ring that comes over the top of her chest slightly. It's like a connected metal piece between the top of her blouse and you just there. So it's really nice on the edging. So the style with her, as you saw in the initial pictures, is really cool. Very Egyptian style with her. So that's the theme that we're hoping to catch with this. And then she has like a metal belt that goes over her abdomen, and then the lower half of her robes that we have there. And we'll try to get that in there. And now I'm going to go back. Like I said, one of the things I really like to do when I'm drawing is move about on the piece. You don't want to stick in one spot because you can find yourself getting bored. So we're putting in one of her second arm here, obviously, and we're just going to have that one kind of loosely hanging as though she were in motion. You'll find a lot of times that's a good trick to give the piece a little bit more almost a motion feel to it. So we're putting in her hands. This is good. And as you can see, I'm erasing because hands are definitely one of my weaknesses. So now we're going to put in her hips, and this is trying to get this just right. Putting in some folds on the cloth to give it a real feel, more realistic, loose cloth blouse that she wears. So we want to get that just right. And we're going to tweak this because I want to get it in there. We'll use some shadowing tricks later to make that fill out right and to give the piece a little bit more angle. So we're moving down here a little bit to put it at the bottom. So it's looking good, looking real good. Okay, now I'm putting shadowing in here just to make it just right. Give it to feel. The shadowing will give it depth, which really helps on the piece. So you can see it's starting to get a lot of form now that I'm putting shadowing in. Tweak her eyes a little bit, give some depth to the shawl. All right, So there you go. This concludes my video. Let's drop my initials in there. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, share if you can. Peace out.